Hey guys, hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you are seeing this video. It's your favorite online baby girl with a very beautiful face. You guys already know. You guys are aware. Yeah. So today is the Q&A day, and these questions were set up by myself for myself, just to check myself and for you guys to know me better. If I have grown to a better woman than I used to be. Well, I have a Q&A before on my channel. And if you are watching this and you've not already subscribed to my channel, tell me what you're doing that you haven't subscribed to my channel. Tell me that thing you are doing that you have. Please just run to my channel, turn on the notification bell to get notified when a new video is up. Yeah. So let's go. These questions, and as I am answering them, I always tell you guys to equally ask yourselves this question just to know if you are a better person now, because we grow every day, just like learning every day, we grow every day. So I just set up these questions for you guys to know me better. And if you have more questions for me, you can just put it down in the description, in the comment section below. Let's get right into the video. My number one question is, where did you grow up? That's a very interesting question because a lot of people ask me this thing, and I don't know, because I did not school in the place I will tell you that I grew up in. I only did my primary education there. My secondary university wasn't even there at all, and only visit home on holidays. Well, I grew up in Magongo. Magongo is a small town in Magongo local government area of Kogi State. If you haven't heard it before, I'm from that place, and my parents lived there. So I actually grew up there, I would say. But my secondary school was a boarding school, and it wasn't even in Kogi State. But since my parents lived in Kogi State and holidays I come home, I would just say I grew up in Kogi State. I grew up in Magongo. For those of you who haven't heard it before, now you know today that I'm a pure village girl. I'm a Kogi girl, yeah, that Magongo girl. Okay. So you, where did you grow up? If you as I'm not confused though, but if you are like me, then answer it. Yeah. So number two is, what are the best piece of advice you've ever been given? What are the best piece of advice you've ever been given? Abi, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given? Anyways, I have only one piece of advice that I take dearly to my heart. Because in this, when we are going to school, our family members will come and give you this advice, like, know where you are coming from, know this, know, hey. That's not an advice. I see it. I'm always sick when I hear things like that. Like, which one is know where you are coming from? This, oh, no, I didn't know. I did not know that I'm from Agongo. No, I'm coming from Agongo. Like, that's not an advice. The best piece of advice I've ever received was from my friend, yeah, Marcel. And she told me, like, when I finished NYSC, I was thinking, I told her I wanted to get a job closer to, like, in a place where I can survive. The cost of living is not that high. And she now told me that, excuse me, please just apply for job. Then when job comes, then money will come for you to get a place. Okay, so just leave it for God. Do your own thing the perfect way, and then leave it for God. God has the solution to everything. We plan and He disposes. That's just my own thing. And since then, I picked that advice, and I'm like, yes, just let God lead. Okay. So if if you've not heard of this advice before, I'm giving you, just do your own thing the right way and let God lead. That's it. Then the third question is, where is your happy place? Where is my happy? See, where there is no, well, I like trouble somehow, but sometimes I just like a peaceful place where nobody will frustrate me, where nobody will disturb me. It might be at work. Sometimes I find peace at work. I just sit down, no guests, no trouble, guests, just on my own. Like, that place is my happy place at that moment. Going home, gisting with my sister, having peace is my happy place at that point. Going with my friends, we are gisting, we are hanging out, like, everything is interesting at that point. That is my happy place. So where I find joy, if I find joy in making trouble, then it's my happy place. Okay, so that's my own happy place. Yeah. So my next question is, what are the things that make you smile? Please, ego, owo, then what do outside used to call it to? Could be money makes me smile. See, forget all those things that they say money does not buy happiness. Who told you? To an extent, it can. To an extent it can. So please, money makes me smile. Then me self, some things are just funny and it makes me smile. Things that will not make somebody else smile, me, that thing will just funny to me and I will smile those people. Like even my mom will tell me, you see something that will make you smile. That's my mom voice will tell me, you see something that will make you laugh. So me, anything can make me laugh, anything nice. But money, most importantly, if you see me frowning my face anywhere, please just shower me the money. Pour it on me. And then maybe FCC no cash or share. But that's it. That's what makes me smile. Then what's your worst date? My worst date. Well, I've not really had date, but I've gone out with somebody that everything the person was doing was just so irritating. Like, when the person, like, does not compose himself when talking, just talk anyhow, harassing, like body harassing you, like. And after that day I just deleted the person's number and I was like, no, that's the end for me. If a man cannot control his tongue, then why are you talking like a loose tap? Even me, I say I talk, but there's an extent to what I say. You don't talk anyhow. Like, we just went out and this guy was just saying different things. When I mean body harassment, I don't know, not like he was touching me, but when somebody is looking at you and now saying things he wants to do to you, like shabbily. Like, it was so irritating that the way the person was drinking and doing things. I'm like, what? I can't settle for this, please. See, it's not about the money. The person is with good cool cash, but it's not always about the money. It's with me being comfortable around you. I don't want to be around somebody that when we are out, I am shy. I don't want to show you to people. You understand, guys? So that was it. That was it. That just turned me off immediately. Yeah, that was my worst date ever. Then the next question is, what do you do on weekends? If you know somebody that works a 9 to 5 or works in a private firm where they work on Saturdays, on weekends too, you know that their weekend is usually very, very boring because after work, believe me, you want to just go home and rest your head. You want to go home and rest your head. So that's me. Once I am done from work, see, that's why most time when I'm leaving work, I just quickly run errands, do what I want to do, and I am off because anything that will make me enter my room, there is nothing that will bring this baby girl out again. Even to come and buy something, maybe let's say I don't have water to drink and I need to buy water. See, it will be like I am carrying a heavy load. I will not want to come out again. So that's just it. I see my weekends are boring. That's just it. I'm always at home seeing movie and that's it. Or at work if I'm working on that particular weekend. So that's it. Then the next question is, have you ever been in love? Hey, have you ever been in love? This one is the big question because I don't know if I have been in love. Okay, maybe I have been in love with people, but they don't love me back. I think so because I don't even know at this point. Because I don't know if I have been in love, then I shouldn't have let them go. But if it wasn't possible, then they just have to go. But I'll say I have liked people, but maybe it just didn't work out. I have liked people, yeah, I have. Then the next thing is, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear? I have not actually thought about this thing. My biggest fear is not making heaven, guys. See, my biggest fear right now is not making heaven. Because the way this world is turning into it is just funny. Like, I always say this thing. I said it is better for me to live my life like there's heaven and hell. Then maybe in the afterlife there's nothing like that. Then I know that I am safe than to live my life anyhow and at the end of the life there is judgment day, there is heaven and there is hell. Then I have to now go to hell. Oh my God, see, I feel like I cannot suffer on earth and still go. up there and go and suffer. So my greatest fear, see, it's more than not making it in this life, is not making heaven. So I don't know if you guys get that. Like anything I do, sometimes I might just do something and the next thing, my consciousness, I'll just be like, hey, God forgive me, God forgive me, God forgive me. Because I am like, what did I just do? Hey God, what if there is hellfire? I'll now go to hellfire. So it is part of my greatest fear. That's, yes, I live with that every day. It comes to my head. Like everything I'm doing, I want to do it the right way so as to just be able to live. So that Catholic will believe in purgatory. So even if I don't make it right, I still go purgatory. Then from there, God will pardon me my sin. Then I'll now go to heaven. You guys understand? So that's one of my greatest, that's even my greatest fear. Like every other thing, I know that yes, God will put it in place, but that's one of my fears. Then the next question is, in your next life, do you still want your family? Of course, hey God, of course, everyone around me. Not there are some family members I do not like ask for my family. Like they are not my family. I won't even tell anybody that that person is my cousin or my sister. No. I remember one of my cousin came to my place of work to swim, and he was saying he knows me. Like when he knows me, but he could not just recall because I hardly like go home or we don't meet at home. They come home, I go home too, but we don't meet. We only meet on rare occasions, you understand? So he saw me and he was like, I know you. And me, I just pretended. Meanwhile, I know him vividly, like very well. I know him. It was like he now mistook me for somebody else, like our neighbor, not knowing that I'm his cousin. He mistook me for. I was like, I said, okay, because they did not do anything to me. That's why if we are that close, then he would have known me better. So those people, I won't even say it outside that this is my cousin. Mm-mm. No matter how rich you are, it doesn't just entice me. So I won't tell anybody or brag about it that that's my cousin or no. So when I talk about my mom, my siblings, my foster parents and their family, friends that became family, then yes, I want them to be my family back. I always want them because they are the best people in the world. Like they just tried. They tried. So yeah, I want them back. The next question is, do you think money can buy happiness? It's just like the other question I answered, like what are the things that make you smile? Money can to an extent it can buy happiness, okay? Because sometimes you are sick and you need money to take care of yourself. Well, you have somebody you love, but at that moment you are not happy because you need that money to take care of yourself, but the money is not there. But the moment the money comes, there is this joy you feel in your heart. You become very, very excited, like, and you don't even know where the excitement is coming from. So, to an extent, money can buy happiness. There are some situations whereby money cannot even like come true, but in most cases, money can. Money can, okay? Money can buy happiness. Because even marriages, I feel like when there is money, you guys are living your best life. There is really no problem apart from maybe you want attention or those things. Yeah, I don't know if I am wrong. You can just tell me your own take in the comment section, okay? But that's my own take. Then because when I have money like this, I'm just so there's one way I'm just happy. Even at my to tell them that I don't know, I'm just kind of excited, but I don't know what's making me feel excited. So sometimes money, when I just have hookah, not like I'm using the money, but when I just sit in my account, I'm happy. Yeah, that's it. Then the next question is, what's the biggest lesson you've ever learned? Biggest lesson, am I? Biggest lesson I have ever learned. Like, I don't know. I didn't even go through these questions to know what to say here, but I don't know. Is there any biggest lesson I have ever learned? Well, my lesson is still like maybe what's the other question that I answered here? Like my biggest lesson is just to allow God lead because sometimes you make decisions but they don't even come true and it looks like God is not answering your prayers, God is not doing anything. But you see the ones that you do not even plan, you just leave it that way, then it comes true. So I think my biggest lesson is to just let God take through. But in case I come to a realization, I'll just tell you guys in a normal vlog. Yeah. So I'll come and tell you guys. But I haven't really thought about that question deep. Then the last question, guys, it says, what's your New Year resolution? Well, these questions, I already set them out for a long time. I think around March, yes, or February. So that's why it asks, what's your New Year resolution then? Well, we just entered the New Year, even if we are in April or we are almost, no, okay, we are in May. So I just like, it's still a new year. So I do not have a New Year resolution for this year. Like I said earlier, you set up some things, you plan your life in a certain way, and it doesn't just go as planned. You understand? One thing or the other will just come and it doesn't just go well. But there are some things you don't even plan, but it just work out fine. And you are like, how am I even here? The grace of God spoke for you. Grace of God spoke for you. Favor of God standing for you. So that's it. I do not have a New Year resolution. I'm just living my life basically as God plans it. I do not want to force anything. I don't want to, because last year I had a large view, a big view, like thinking, but this year I'm just like, you know what, God take charge. Next year I might have a New Year resolution, but you see, this year for me, no, I'm just living my life. Basically, I'm just moving with it. I'm conscious with things I'm doing. But to say, oh, this is my motto, I want to hit this subscribers at this point, I want to do this, I want to be monetized on YouTube, I want to work with NDLEA, I want to work with all this federal government, or I'm just living. Even to find a husband, or I'm just there, I'm going. I always say this thing, I'm not in a competition with anybody. I'm not trying to please anybody. I am only trying to please myself. So I do things that make me happy. So therefore, there is no New Year resolution for this year. So you, what was your New Year, or what's your New Year resolution? Like, what was that resolution you set up, and have you already met it, or is it about to come true? So please just tell me what you think about these questions in the comment section. And if you have any question for your beautiful baby girl, if I not do this, it is not me. Well, if you have any question for me, please just ask me down below. And please thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, do all those nice stuff you always do for your baby girl, okay? Help me, help a sister, please share to people. And I think that's it for it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.